What's up guys, Mike here from Swood. In today's video, I'm bringing you guys this beautiful, absolutely drop dead gorgeous Hunter Xbow deck that in my opinion was the breakout deck of ESWC Clan Wars. Now before that obviously there was a little bit of Xbow floating around but no really defined lists, and then Soking rips out this deck and just dominates player after player after player, just collecting those free dubs in like it was nothing. In a personal interview later on in the day, he said it was, in his opinion, probably one of the top 3 decks in the game right now. Another deck I believe he believes to be up there as well is the Graveyard Ice Wizard Tornado deck, as you know, all of Queso was playing that all day. The other deck that they all seem to play was the Miner deck, but he just did a video on that. So here we are with this beautiful Xbow deck. Tomorrow's video is going to be all about Graveyard, and I hope you guys are amped for both of these exciting, fresh, new decks that are hitting the scene right now. So I'm doing things a little differently today. I'm going to go ahead and do replays instead of live matches, just because I feel like I can be more entertaining and less focused on the actual gameplay. Well, you know, like physically making the moves. I'm still obviously going to talk about the game. This is, you know, a Clash Royale channel after all. But we've been getting a lot of comments lately being like, do replays, show replays instead of doing live. So here we are trying out the replay system. Let me know if you guys enjoy it in the comment section down below, or if you prefer a mix or just going back to straight up live matches. So let's hop into this first game against the beautiful FSR 911. I mean, I definitely thought about calling the number during the match. I mean, it was an emergency. He was just, you know, getting put 6 feet underground, and there wasn't a whole lot he could do to stop it. I just kind of, you know, looked at him, I shook my hand, and well, you know, the rest is history. There wasn't a lot he could really do. Last video I saw like canine, so I mean, I don't know, it's a theme in my videos. Something about cops always seems to show up. Maybe I'm like a low-key felon or something. Who knows, man? Who knows? Maybe it's a prediction for my future. So he's playing the Prince version instead of the Mega Knight version. That makes it significantly easier for me, and in my opinion, the Prince version is actually the better one overall. But that being said, I still think that, you know, it's not the easiest matchup in the world. JK, it's super simple. Watch how easy I just dick this guy down. He doesn't really have a whole lot he can do here, and well, the log just goes into the skeleton barrel, and you know, the hunter is going to kill everything else. So I mean, obviously the matchup should be a little bit more difficult because you don't have zap and you have log. But like Hunter and Archers and Ice Golem just shore up the matchup so effectively, it really isn't anything to worry about. So how to beat this deck if it has Mega Knight? You're going to want to go ahead and just play passively and wait for an opening where you build up an elixir lead. You're going to go ahead and play something towards the back, because you don't want to just raw dog an Xbow at the top. It's just not going to work out for you very well. You can go ahead and play like Tesla in like the top left corner. I do it in one of my games, I don't remember where. I'll point it out for you guys. And then I go ahead and play, you know, the Xbow and the Hunter. That way you have more elixir stacked up over time and an easier time overall dealing with all the troops on the field. Mega Knight actually gets melted pretty quick by combinations of like Ice Golem Tesla or like Ice Spirit Hunter. Stuff like that just absolutely demolishes Mega Knight. The only real problem card for Xbow, surprisingly, is Royal Ghost, because it's kind of hard for this deck to deal with that troop. There isn't really anything to kind of catch it. There isn't guards, there isn't skeletons, anything like that. So something I've actually debated doing quite a few times is cutting out the Ice Spirit for skeletons, but I mean, I just wanted to bring you guys, in my opinion, the most consistent overall list and not some kind of fringe tech in there. The other popular version of this deck involves Poison instead of Fireball. I just don't think that's as viable because, you know, you can actually use Fireball reactively to stuff and push out a lot of troops and get a lot of value over time, especially with the Xbow. The Poison is gives you more value against troop interactions, but it's a slow value. You can't really use it in conjunction with Xbow, so it doesn't really have the same level of synergy, hence the Fireball. Same thing with Log over Zap, even though Zap is probably technically a better card right now. You know, Log just, you know, is able to push stuff back and give the Xbow more time to clean up house. Additionally, one of the harder matchups for this deck is Log Bait, and that seems to be everywhere right now, so, you know, having the Log helps that matchup tremendously. Also, the Hunter is pretty good against that. I'm actually doing a tech all about Hunter video soon. For those of you who don't know, it actually works exactly like a bowler. You can throw it behind your crown tower and stop a goblin barrel with no damage if placed correctly at the right time. So that's actually huge. Having both that and the log to deal with bait makes it a much easier matchup. Along with like cards like Archers, just kind of deal with certain stuff. You know, Ice Spirit, you have the Hunter. It's actually a very favorable matchup in my opinion, despite it being a very long and grindy match. Now you just have to keep baiting out the rockets with the Xbow, and you just gotta slowly fireball chip down their tower. So after putting him in the grave, we're gonna move on to DontTito, or DontTito? I don't know. I wanted to call him Donatello the whole time. You know, that's what happened in the first take of this video. Spoiler, this is the second one. My dad decided to call me like 17 times in the first one, freaking out. So, you know, things happen and we gotta restart the video. That's just what happens. So here we are, going against DontTito, almost said Donatello again, from Revolution ITA. I mean, it's certainly going to be a revolution of your life, buddy. You're going to have to reevaluate how you feel about your very existence after this. So he's playing a Golem deck, which seems to be absolutely everywhere right now. Now, Golem isn't, this isn't the best version of Golem in my opinion. It's more of the traditional, old school Golem pump with, you know, Lumberjack, Night Witch, and all that stuff. But Lumberjack is so insane, I still think this is a very viable solution to the problem, and it probably is a more interesting deck to play in the mirror matches because you can control the board a lot more efficiently, and if you can get an elixir advantage with the pumps, you're just golden, honey boy. You're just golden. So to beat this version of the deck, it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. You just try to get some good defense, build up an elixir lead, get some troops in the back, and then, you know, play your Xbow, and you're going to melt through that Golem if they have it, or alternatively, you can wait for them to pump. That's what I like to do. Wait for them to pump, they're low on elixir, and you just go in really hard. Especially if you're up in elixir already and they don't realize that, you can just play something in the back, they're going to go ahead and Xbow, and then you just, they're going to go ahead and pump, not Xbow. Yeah, they're playing a Golem deck, you know, so you just kind of go in and you just punish them super hard. That's exactly what I do right here. He just played his pump, he didn't really have anything too great, so I just go all in. I go with my Xbow, my Hunter, my Ice Golem, and I'm going to play Archers to soak up that Baby Dragon 2 and finish off that Mega Minion. Every shot you get counts in this matchup. You don't want to take any amount of health for granted on the tower, because overall, once you can double elixir, it's significantly harder to actually deal your damage. You have to get the majority of your damage afterwards with Fireball. You need one good Xbow connection, just one. Bring that tower down to 1,000 or less, and you're golden. You just start fireballing, logging, getting as much spell value as possible whenever you're given the opportunity. Just defend, and eventually you will win. Now, due to the fact you had Tornado and not Poison, this matchup was substantially easier for me, but still, I think it is very favorable, even with Poison, even though it's a little counterintuitive, right? You'd think that, like, Golem would struggle. You'd struggle with Golem, right? No, I think it's pretty easy. Probably one of the better matchups, in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead in here and just dick everything down. I decided to, I believe, a Fireball. I panicked a little bit there. Was not needed. I definitely made a few mistakes. I'm rusty as hell right now, but I'm working on it. Getting back on those best of 5 grinds, going back on journaling. If you guys don't know anything about, you know, journaling, I highly recommend you look it up. It's a very useful skill, and a lot of pro players do it, just like super low key. So Hunter comes down, melts everything out of existence. I'm gonna go ahead and log, get that Hunter an extra shot off there, and well, I'm feeling pretty good about position right now. Thanks, CNN. I really appreciate your update. For whatever reason, my iPad just will not allow notifications to go through normally. I don't know what it is. It just, like, I have it on, like, the do not disturb on. I still get notifications for absolutely everything, so I'm genuinely confused. If any of you guys have any ideas on how to save that, let me know in the comments down below. Definitely give you a solid thumbs up. The only other problem I really have with my setup right now is Air Server tends to go, like, from the full screen to, like, that, like, quarter size screen. I can't figure that one out either for the life of me, no matter what I do. So if you guys, you know how to fix either of those problems, I'll just give you, like, all the love, guys, just all the love from the bottom of my heart. I'll just give you, like, a nice big virtual hug or high five, your choice. I also offer crisp handshakes. Anywho, so Hunter's gonna clean up that Golem push nice and easy, and I believe I kind of just chill here. So you don't really want to go for Xbow after you hit a certain threshold, you're just gonna want to spell cycle them out. So the Hunter already got a little bit off that Baby Dragon, and the Baby Dragon just chilling by that tower. So I go for the Fireball, knowing damn well I'm just 2 logs and a Fireball away, or a double Fireball. So there's log number 1, and now I just gotta cycle. I'm gonna play the Archers, gonna play the Ice Spirit, I'm gonna go ahead and play the Ice Golem, just the cheapest cards I can. JK, I forgot, I lied. I played Tesla in there, I don't really know why, and then just go for the Fireball. Then go for the lock, and that's the game, guys. That's basically how every single Golem match goes. You just get one connection, you start spell cycling them out, and well, it's just a beautiful time. It's just a good time. You guys go to the tango, you go to the ballet, and well, you know, he's not coming home. Okay, well, while I let those interesting words sink in, we're gonna go ahead and show off this replay against Don Ruturda from Viennocho 28. Wow, I absolutely butchered that, and I actually speak Italian to some extent, so that's just really bad for me. But we're not going to worry about that today. That's not why you're here. You're not here to watch me pronounce foreign words. You're here to learn some Clash Royale tips. So the reason I'm going over this match in particular is having heal in the deck exemplifies how you're supposed to play against the Musketeers, and it punishes not playing optimally against their deck. Relying on spells is not something you can do in this matchup, although I have Fireball admittedly, so obviously I kind of still can. But the more poison bait aspect of, you know, if you're playing poison, which is infinitely more popular, playing against the heal version kind of shows you how to play against the matchup more efficiently. So while I hop into this, I'm going to kind of explain how you beat 3 Musketeers with Xbow. All you got to do is wait till you're about even or a little up in elixir, wait for them to pump, and then just go in. You go in really hard, you ignore the pump, you take a tower in 1 push. That's what you want to do, or you bring it really low, ideally 600 or less. then you kind of just spell cycle out the rest of the game. So then after you take their tower, you want to obviously avoid losing your own. So you're gonna go ahead and just kind of play passively, play defense, and play it well. Because if you can't do that, it's over. It's kind of the problem with Siege in general right now. Is you have to play very, very well, or you're gonna get punished 9 out of 10 times. Now here he's gonna go ahead and punish the fact they don't have Fireball, go in with that Ice Golem mini horde play, and I'm just gonna melt it away out of existence with that Hunter. Hunter's just OP, and it's just the general theme of this video. Hunter is absolutely phenomenal. Now I don't know why he healed there, did absolutely nothing, and basically gave me a free 3 elixir to play around with, which is really good because it was already behind 2. That would have been behind 5 elixir. That would not be BN, especially going ahead and defending these 3 musketeers. So here, he thinks he's in a good position. He's like, oh, cool, I'm just going to tank out that Xbow with this Ice Golem. That's phenomenal fireballing on the left. I thought it was actually going to fireball on the left, but he ended up doing a play here which confused me just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and fireball the right side and log to the left. Now, ideally, in a perfect world, I probably should reverse that, fireball to the left, log to the right, but it all worked out in the end, so it's okay. The misplay was fine. We don't worry about marginal things like that. So, I'm actually pretty rusty right now. If you guys haven't noticed my last few videos, I haven't been playing the best, but I'm working on it, guys. I'm back to doing those grinding on the best of 5s. I'm back to journaling. I'm back to doing all the things that I need to do to get back on top of my form. And so you'll see exceptionally better gameplay from me throughout the upcoming week or so. So for those of you who don't know what all those things are, I'm actually doing a video on how to journal in Clash Royale and how to become a better player overall. And, hopefully get hyped for that video. Should be a lot of fun. So here we're going to get a really nice fireball value on defense, picking out that horde, taking out all that good stuff, and the Hunter is just going to clean house. That tower's down to 544. Wow, dyslexia, man. 455. He's going to play with the 2 musketeers on the right side, but it's okay because it's a fireball, so I can't really punish it too well. I'm still obviously going to log that into Oblivion and just kind of bait out the log on the left-hand side here, but we don't need that. I don't know what this guy likes to. I don't understand the guards play at all. This guy admittedly is not a very good player, but I get to show off, some of the key concepts and how to actually beat this deck. And unfortunately, the Tesla goes on at the end, and it's just not the greatest play in the world, but it's fine. The Musketeer will get 1 shot on the tower, and I'm feeling pretty good about my position right now. This guy's an absolute savage. Goes ahead with the 3 Musketeers, puts them in the same lane, and I can just go ahead and log that. So, because of what he just did, I can really just kind of not worry about defense and just kind of stall. So I'm just playing tanks after tank after tank and waiting for that timer to click down. And yeah, sure, I could have fireballed all that out of existence and, delayed the game a little bit longer. But, fuck that. We aren't about that life. We like the nice, fast, easy games. So if you guys enjoyed this video or learned something, let me know in the comment section down below. Join the G Crew, subscribe. See ya next time, YouTube.